Hello and welcome to the Cover One Halftime Show. I'm your host, Matt Tran. We'll be taking you to all the area round playoff matchups tonight for this Texas high school football season. Before we get into all the action, of course, I want to let you know that this show is brought to you by Jim Bass Ford. So before we get into all the action, let's hear a quick message from those guys.
You'll love this all-new 24 Ford Mustang with a 10-speed select shift transmission. That's fancy tech talk for it's a really cool car.
Right now, you can get a brand new 2024 Ford Mustang for just $33,999.
That's a great price for a sports car.
Only at Jim Bass Ford, Houston Hart at Arden Road, or shop 24/7 at jimbassford.com.
Look at you.
All right, the game we're going to start with, the talk of the town. It is Childress versus Sonora. Sonora's been on a run as of late. One squeeze by last week, looking to make some bigger things happen this week. Let's go down and check out how the first half went in this one. All right, Sonora just starts on their first drive doing what they like to do best, and that's lean on their man, Edgar DeLuna. Big, tough run here just to get him going a little bit. That would eventually push them up and set this up. A touchdown, Jaime Butron to Aguero. Look at this. Boom. Perfect ball, perfect catch. Going to make it 8-0 after this two-point conversion, which is just Butron just running out, getting him himself. Next drive by Sonora. After a quick 3-and-out by Childress. And, man, making a miss. Ford, that's Ford there with a big run, which would set up Butron's second touchdown and his first one on the ground, 7-yard touchdown there. They did go for two. Once again, that's just what Sonora's going to do. They're going to want to pound it. This time, hand it to your big man, Edgar DeLuna, and get in there for the extra point, 16-0. Childress was able to go down there and get one on their own after a 9-yard touchdown. On that one. 9-yard touchdown, 16-7 with about 12 minutes left in the half. Now we get down here, and Sonora has an unsportsmanlike conduct that pushes them all the way to about the 20-yard line. Give it to Edgar DeLuna, let him try to pick it up. Almost gets there, gets to about the 5. Another penalty will push him 4th and 8 here. And Butron tries to pick it up with his legs, gets tackled at about the 2-yard line. Defense takes over, would get a couple first downs, but then on 4th and long, a sack here. Turnover on downs. So now you're giving Butron the ball with time and receivers downfield. As you can see, big throw, catches on the 1-yard line, setting them up. Here it is. Hand it to him again. Edgar Luna touchdown. Going to make this one 24-7 moving into the half. Yeah, so good one down there for Sonora. They are up. James Bellini is down there on the field. Let's go to him. James, explain this one to us.
Here, James Bellini here in Snyder, where Sonora's taking on the Farwell Steers. Sonora jumped out. Just offensively, he was moving the ball very well, scoring the first 2 drives. Farwell didn't do much of anything until their, third drive. They went down and scored. Their running back stencils on crutches on the sideline, so that's probably something I'll watch going forward. Sonora's just playing extremely well, playing good defense, moving the ball very well on offense. Keep that up in the second half.
And, of course, all of our coverage for this Sonora Bronco game is brought to you by Angelo Bolt. Opened in 1994, Angelo Bolt Industrial Supply has served the Concho Valley for 29 years and counting. Angelo Bolt's the go-to place for fasteners, power tools, air compressors, safety equipment, and everything in between. Chances are Angelo Bolt will always have what you need when you need it, and the rare chance that they don't have that odd fastener or special part you're looking for, they'll find it fast. No request is too big or too small at Angelo Bolt at 808 Warehouse Road, where customer service is their top priority. All right, let's get into some of the Wall Hawk highlights here. We're going to start with this game, Wall up 7-0. And look at this. Throwing the football, makes a catch, and about a 25-yard score, making it 14-0 with 1:22 left in the first quarter. Reason they were up 14-0 is because the defense definitely showed up. We'll see that in the next couple plays here. Right here, just a pass out and good open field tackle. Trying to throw the ball a little bit on Wall. I'll make you pay for it. Just right here, quarterback drops back, throws it up, and what a catch. Look at that. 1 foot on the sideline, and the crowd is going nuts. And the defense just kept going. Next possession by Childress, just a bad snap there, and Logan Thomas would get on top of that. Ball goes to the Hawks. For Childress, though, they're playing pretty tough too. Here's another fumble. This time it's from Wall. Childress was able to get on top of this one. It's when they started to get their drive going a little bit. 4th down here for the Bobcats. Just a pitch out and was able to pick up the first down. But they don't break. Big tackle for loss here. Would make them set up for a field goal. The kick is up, and the kick just short, no good. Probably just like a foot further, and that thing's going in there. Wall still leads 13-0. Bobcats coming for Dillard. Gunnar Dillard sacked right there. Going to have Childress taking over the ball. And Brylan White, we've been saying his name all year. Just a tackle for loss there. They were able to drive this thing down, though. And just a rollout, pitch, catch, touchdown. Wall's going to take this thing into the house, 13-7. Good game out there. Let's go down to the field now. Ryan Chadwick is there. Let's hear his take on the first half. Ryan, what's going on?
It's halftime here in Post, where the Wall Hawks currently lead the Childress Bobcats 13-7. Wall started off pretty hot on offense, had 2 really long drives that went for touchdowns. One of the extra points was missed, but they led 13-0 at the start of the second quarter. After that, it turned into a little takeaway battle where Wall's defense would get a takeaway and then Childress would get one right back. So Childress managed to get one in the end zone off of a deep pass that set up like a 1 or 2 yard touchdown pass a play or two later. But Wall's playing well in this one. Their offense just kind of needs to take care of the ball and figure it out, because this is all about that defense tonight. So at the half, Wall leads Childress 13-7.
All of tonight's Wall Hawk action is brought to you by Hartman Roofing. If you want to stay in the game, don't get beat over the top. At Hartman Roofing, the proof is in the roof. From residential houses to commercial buildings, Hartman Roofing is the roofer you can trust to do it right the first time. To get a quote today, call Hartman Roofing at 325-653-2888. All right, let's get down there to Miles Collinsville. Folks, just to let you know, this one is a little bit out of hand, but let's take a look at it Anyway, we'll start here. Pirates touchdown. Reed Patterson walks it in there. At this point, it was pretty much out of hand already, and they're still kicking onsides, and they were able to actually get on top of it. Collinsville football, and this just led to another big touchdown here. Throw it up, run underneath. Man, tough night for the Bulldogs. But there are some good signs. Let's watch some good plays. Here we go. Wide open pass there, getting past the 50-yard line. Unfortunately, weren't able to score on this drive. There's a cool catch right there by Collinsville, getting his feet in bounds. And just another Collinsville here. Go and get close to the end zone. Right here, they were able to get it in. We'll go ahead and watch this. And then, unfortunately, just trying to make something happen, throws it up for his man, interception, and 48-7 at this point for Miles. So tough night for the Bulldogs, but definitely a great season they've had so far. We can't forget to mention Intertel, because Intertel is the sponsor of all the action for tonight's Miles versus Collinsville game. Intertel is a proud sponsor of COVER1 football, and Intertel has been providing cutting-edge but proven technology for homes and businesses in the Concho Valley. Just like the game of football, a good defense is important to winning. Need a security system or camera today? Get a free quote by visiting Intertel.com or by calling 325-658-8375. Here's another good matchup here. Munster versus Wink. Let's get this thing going with a strong opening kickoff by Wink here. Kicks it to the outside, finds his lanes, Gets past the 50-yard line. Didn't quite get all the way there, though. But they're going to start this one at about the 45. Unfortunately, turnover on downs as the Munster defense showed up on 4th down. Throw deep there. Catch. What a catch by Munster. This would set up the score, making it 6-0. Munster leads this one 6-17 in the first quarter. Next drive by Wink. Defense showing up again. Throws the long ball. Interception. Munster down the sideline gets tackled at about midfield. It's not what we expected to happen. This is what we expected to happen. A long run by Wink here. Remember, still 6-0 at this point. Trying to even this thing up. They would have to settle for a field goal. Kick is up, and it is no good. So, 2 possessions, neither one of them working out there as they're moving the ball down the field. Here's Munster now. Big throw, big catch. That's what you want right there. 13-0. About 6 minutes left in the first half. Wink looking to answer, though. Big, huge run here. Thought he had it broke open. Get in there, strip it. They were able to hang on to the football. Somehow, there's 10 men down there and only 1 Wink player, and he was able to get on top of that fumble. Either way, this thing would go into the house 13-7. Tight ball game there for Munster and Wink. This Wink Munster highlight is brought to you by the Pit Barbecue. Skip out on all the pizza and hamburgers from the stands and stop by the Pit Barbecue. This week, the Cover One crew was eating some pit pies. They were delicious. Go get you one today at 2330 Sherwood Way and tell Jesse the live Cover One team sent you. All right, one more game to get to, and that was Richland Springs. This game is actually final, 46-0. Richland Springs wins. The Coyotes move forward in their playoff run. We'll go down to the field. Ernesto Rodriguez has the full coverage on this one. So, Ernesto, take it away.
First and 15 for the Coyotes.
No, 1st and 15. Fresh set of downs here for the Coyotes. And they're working on getting set here. 17 seconds on the clock. Pitches to the right side. Runner checks. He cuts inside. And he's got room. Not being touched. Touchdown. Time for the 2 points after.
To attempt the PAT. Number 11, Kenny Tippett to hold.
Kick is up. And it's no good. So to gain of 5 yards on that last play. It's 2nd and 10 here for the Coyotes. Richland Hill's coming back to the line. And hands off to the right side. He's got plenty of room. No one's going to catch him this time. All the way to the end zone. Not even close. And he's in for another touchdown. All right, so after a long touchdown there, it's time for the extra points.
The PAT triplet with the hold. Number 79.
And Holder waiting on the snap. Gets the snap, gets it down. This time it's up, but it is good. It's 4th and 9 now for the Longhorns with a little over 3 minutes. Looks like they are going to be punting. We'll see. We have one back here for Richland Hills Coyotes. And the punter is deep back, waiting for the snap. High snap over his head. He's going to have to try to save that. He falls on it, and Richland Hill's going to be really in field position. So it is the start of the second quarter, and Richland Springs is up 16-0, and they have great field position down inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. And they're coming up to the line now, trying to get another score here, just to add on to the lead. And they go to the side, brought down in the backfield. Looks like he actually did get in. My bad, he did get in. It is a touchdown. So after that score, 22-0, Richland Springs over Bront. Time for the extra point. And the kicker gets it up. And it is good. Coyotes have it 1st and goal. And he hands off. And he is into the end zone, according to the officials. All right, everybody, we're here in Erie County where the score is 40-0 Richland Springs over Bront. So far, it's been all Richland Springs. Bront has just not been able to do a whole lot. Of course, down 40-0. That's obvious, but with the miscues and missing tackles, right now it's all Richland Springs, and we're at halftime. So one more score from Richland Springs, if Bront doesn't get anything, is going to end this game. So we're here in Erie County at Hornet Stadium, just going to see how it ends up. So maybe over in the third quarter. Back to you guys in the studio. So 45-yard gain here for Richland Springs. It's 1st and 15 now, 9.5 to go. And they are working on sealing the victory tonight here. All they need is one more score, and if they do score, this game is over. As all you need is 45 to win, considering that it's a shutout. And looks like they had a movement there, but they're not going to call it. Pitches it back, and Richland Springs running back takes it, cuts in there, and he just walks in the end zone. And that is the game right there.
We're just super happy. We're ready to go. We're ready for that Thanksgiving week again. It's been a year where we didn't know what to do last year during Thanksgiving, so this year we'll be busy. Hats off to Bront. Coach Ross is a legend. He is a legend, and hats off to that guy.
So that's a wrap. Tonight's final score: Richland Springs 46 over Bront 0. Game was over pretty much after the first possession in the third quarter. Richland Springs was already up 40-0. They just needed one more score to go, and unfortunately Bront was not able to stop them. It had been pretty much, they scored on every possession tonight. So Richland Springs, they have won the area round, and they're on to the next. And we'll be going back to the studio.
All right, thank you, Ernesto. Now let's move on to everybody's favorite, and that would be some scores. Of course, before we get into all of it, I want to let you know that the Cover One scoreboard is brought to you by Texas Bank. Locally owned and governed, Texas Bank is a proud sponsor of Cover One athletics. Just like the guys on the field, Texas Bank wants to show you what it means to be a team. From checking to savings to personal loans to commercial loans, Texas Bank is here for San Angelo Owens with 3 convenient locations. So when thinking of where to bank, use the local guys at Texas Bank. All right, let's get into those scores. Farwell Sonora, of course, we updated this one for you. This one's 24-7 at halftime. Early Canadian 42-14. Canadian is winning that one. Byron Nelson and Midland High 35-7. Byron Nelson wins that one's final. Canyon Randall and Brownwood 13-10. Brownwood is up at half. Canyon Lubbock Escado tied at 14 apiece. Wink and Munster 13-7 halftime score. North Crowley, Odessa Permian 21-3 North Crowley. Childress and Wall 13-7. Wall is up. Collinsville and Miles, that score has even gotten more out of hand there. The Bulldogs are down in this one. Richland Springs and Bront, we showed you this one, 46-0. Richland Springs wins. Friendship South Lake Carroll, 49-14 South Lake Carroll. Andrews and Decatur, 56-14 Decatur. Euless Trinity Midland Legacy still need a score from there, so if you got it, shout it out to us. Muleshoe and Brock, that was last night, 76-13. That was actually in San Angelo Stadium. Ganado and Mason, unfortunately the punchers are out. 37-12, Ganado wins. Of course, there's more scores just like this. Go check them out on sanangelolive.com/scores. Of course, like I said, I'm your host, Matt Trammell. We'll be here again at the post game, so make sure you come back because you're going to want to see how these games turn out and, of course, hear from all the coaches afterwards as well. For everybody here at the team at Cover One, we will see you guys after the game.